Oh, now you gonna preach to me, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna preach. And you gonna listen!
God I serve. He's not on our level, he's on a whole nother level. And he's telling Abraham, and he's telling me and you, and he's telling us now, go. Now I've studied go. At graduating from Dallas Theological Seminary, they make you study words in a whole lot of different languages to make sure you understand the real meaning of what was going on. So since go was the transitional word, he stayed, then he went, and go was the word in the middle that took him from stopping to going, I had to study that word to make sure I got the real meaning of it. I studied it in Greek, Hebrew, Syriac, Latin, Spanish, and I got one meaning. Go means go. It's not hard. It literally renders don't stay where you are. I was like, you mean to tell me I did all this studying to find out that go means exactly what it reads? Exactly. In other words, that's not a hard word to interpret. But we live in a day where men hear the Spirit and feel the Spirit pushing them to go, and they stay still acting like go is a hard word to interpret. But I got news for you. I've already done the study for you. It's not go. And everybody in this room, every man in this room has that feeling on the inside where they've been battling against it for years, and you're trying to decide, should I go? Should I stay? Should I go back to relating with my wife the way I should? Should I go meet my son? Should I go meet my daughter? Should I go back? Should I go? And you've been tussling with this thing for a long time. It's called the flesh and the spirit battle. That's how you know the Spirit is talking to you, because he's pushing against yourself. He doesn't agree with you. So you have to go back and forth between the flesh and the Spirit pushing and prodding you to go. But you can't experience what God has for you and why he drafted you on the team until you listen to the Spirit over the flesh and go. And every man has that go. You hear it in your head all the time. Man, I really need to do this. Man, I really should do that. Man, I really should go back and apologize. Man, I really should be the first one in our family to go get this done. Man, I really should. And you're justifying in your mind while God is saying, trust me, he's got more time than us. He can wait it out. He's waiting on us to move so that we can experience his power. In our church, we install motion detector lighting. The reason why we install motion detector lighting is because people who don't pay bills don't turn off lights. They had to figure out a way in this big building to save energy. So we installed motion detector lighting. It's simple, early education. We're trying to figure out how it works. They just said, hey, when you go in and it detects your movement, the light comes on. When you leave and it doesn't detect any more movement, then the lights go off. The experience of the power is totally dependent upon the movement that it detects. And I said, wait a minute, that sounds like God, where he's telling us to go. It's not that the power is not there. We're wondering why we don't experience God's power, and he's sitting there waiting to detect some movement. And he's saying, when you move, then you'll get to experience my power. We're looking at God, and God is looking at you, wondering when you're going to start maintaining the integrity of the uniform that he's given us. Is there any men in here who want to experience the power of God? Well, God is simply waiting on you to move.